is meter, what is kilometer, what is a foot, what is a yard. All you would have learned in your education, but you have never applied. Do you know how much length and breadth your home is? You will not have measured, but you should try applying all those things in your career from today. Do you know what is a volume? No. You think volume is only liquid. Even wall, it's a wall, it has got a volume. It all plays technically and you have to apply in your career and then you have to move about. See, you can get into any job. It is not only a mechanical machine shop or production oriented industry. You can get into any field. Shall I share a presentation?
Yes,
Excuse
sir.
me,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where is this presentation sharing?
Present.
Okay.
Bottom right, sir.
Okay.
Bottom right.
Okay. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Use the input to both the lines, feedback for the technology itself, and then
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
you are
Yes,
able
sir.
to
Sir,
Yes,
see?
yes, sir,
sir.
yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
we are
Oh,
able to see your screen, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Though I am a mechanical by basic, I have achieved lots of things in IT itself. Even Dr. Abdul Kalam, he has appreciated me for one of my online projects for child labor tracking mechanism. He has seen thousands of softwares in his life, out of which he has chosen my software and he has referred in his lecture in IAS Academy, Kharagpur, that this is how a e-governance software has to be designed. It was the simplicity which has attracted him that even a rural person can handle this software so simply. And as explained by your senior, which are all the areas I have passed through. Initially, I started as management training. It was only 350 rupees salary in 82. I worked as rotor controls. It was an associate of Western Crompton Group. There I worked for 12 years. And every year I used to get a promotion and I could reach 7 levels up. That is where I got stuck because my management said my qualification is only diploma, so I cannot move further on my levels. But money wise, they are ready to give me anything what I like. Then only I decided to start my own career. So 12 years I gained good experience there. I will explain it later. And that I started an engineering industry in 1994 and 96 there was a total recession. I never let down my heart or jittery into my mind. I was thinking what I could do because the engineering industry it was under a recession. Throughout the world it was happening in 94, 96. Then I decided IT was getting into internet and things like that. So that time I was not knowing what is internet, what is a computer and things like that. Because in our age, you could see a computer only in the year 1990. In the year 1990 only, I could see the first computer. It was almost 30 years. So at that time itself, I started learning computer. I have not even attended a computer course till date. But on my own interest, I learned from others. It is the easiest thing one can do. It is listening. கற்றலில் கேட்டலே நன்று என்று தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவாங்க. அது போல கேட்டு கேட்டு படித்தது தான் அதிகம். அடுத்தபடியாக அந்த சாதனை அந்த ஐடி I did a lot of achievements in that field that like Abdul Kalam sir appreciated me. And not only that, Dinamalar online newspaper was totally designed by me and maintained by me, and it was brought to world #1 in 10 years, in 2001 to 2010. During that time, It was totally my creativity, my design with the content from Dinamala, and Dinamala senior directors and others, they were giving me some directions, guidelines. Because everybody was new to this internet and everything. Then I was given an opportunity because my own business was in trouble in 2008. That was IT recession. No one would have seen such a recession in their own area. Like initially engineering recession, then IT recession. With all that, I was going tough. See, there is a say, when the going gets tough, the tough keeps going. That is, சிக்கலான நேரங்களில் சிக்கலான மனிதர்கள் முயற்சியை தளர விடாமல் பயணித்துக் கொண்டே இருப்பவர்கள் வெற்றியை அடைவார்கள் என்பதற்கு I myself is an example. So then I was approaching my old parent company, Western Compton, for giving me an opportunity to merge my IT company with them. Then the management gave me an opportunity. They said, no, we are not interested in taking IT. So initially, I will give you a new project of solar and LED project, CFL lamps manufacturing unit. You head that company. And they gave me the vice president post. Why I am telling all this is, the same company which was not ready to give me a vice president post, that is after senior manager, they said they cannot get me status or management level growth there. The same company chairman gave me the vice president project. I was the head of the total project of 150 crore project. Then I was working for IT consultant as Tamil Nadu government, Kumbar. It's a handicrafts development company promoting locally. There I worked for 2 years. I was doing virtual reality, augmented reality, virtual, online shopping with virtual reality, all those things I was developing. Then I moved to this Valen Infra project where I am working for the last 2.5 years. So here, now I am into civil, mechanical, solar projects we are doing. So that is how I have traveled. If you see, from mechanical, I moved to engineering to IT to CFL, electrical and electronics, that is CFL, LED lights, then to handicrafts, that is virtual reality kind of things. And I was keep updating my knowledge and technology only through net. No course, nothing, nowhere I took any course. So all of you can keep moving from one area to other. You can change your course anytime, depending on the path which you feel it's attractive. Here I have worked for somebody, then I started my own small entrepreneur proprietorship concern. Then I moved to IT. Then I moved to electrical and electronics. Now civil and solar projects. So all, if you see, it's all different domains and different knowledge is needed for this. So anyone can get into any field and they can come up in their life. And as far as I am concerned, now I am coming to you, final year students. Job opportunities. You all think there is no job. It's a basic case. It is not that job is short. Only your expectations and ego is preventing you from getting into a particular job. There are millions of industries in India, especially in Tamil Nadu, and hundreds of major corporates in Tamil Nadu. And industry-wise, Tamil Nadu is in the #1 position where we can never say that there is no job opportunity. Every industry, if you take job opportunity, any business in that matter, any business has so many departments. And every department you can get in and work for that department. If you take, let us say, even a tea shop, it has got many of these, like marketing, sales, purchase, production, planning, inventory control, stores, these accounts, quality control, administration, all this, even logistics, it's there. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Yes, sir.
You are hearing, no? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So every business has got all these departments. You may be asking how a tea shop requires all this. It's a one-man show. That individual will be handling all this. He'll be handling marketing. He'll be doing the sales. He'll be doing the purchase. He'll be doing the production. He'll be doing the planning. He'll be doing the inventory control. He'll be doing the stores. That is called experience. So all this department, where it is, I'll tell you, in a tea shop, that fellow will be selling teas every day, maybe 50 tea every day. That is sales. If he has to improve his sales and he has to go for outside market, maybe he'll approach the nearest office complex or nearest mall or somewhere and say, every day I will supply to you. You buy, I will give you, I will bring and deliver here. That is marketing. Then next comes purchase. Once his market picks up, he has to do the purchase for the additional volume of requirement. Then the purchase moves to production. If the same person producing the tea, is it sufficient or he has to put more manpower? So there he has to look into the production and he has to bring in more manpower to produce this. Then for all this, he has to do the planning also. What is planning? See, tomorrow is a festival day. He has to plan one day before at least that tomorrow he may have to sell more teas. So he has to buy more milk, more powder, more sugar, all those things he has to plan. Even veggie or snacks, he needs to plan for more. Then inventory control. You see, he has to control his inventory also because his everyday sales is very minimum, maybe 10,000 rupees or so. Within that fund, he has to buy all these things for next day and this for festival days also. Then stores, he should know what is there in the stock. If he is buying without knowing the stock state, he will buy unnecessarily extra sugar or extra milk or something will get spoiled the next day. Then here maybe bulk order. That's what I said. Marketing, get big bulk orders. Then accounts. He has to manage the account. What is the profit and what is the loss that day? So that requires some accounts knowledge. We are all educated. We have all this knowledge in ourselves, but we are not ready to go into any of this department. And quality control. See, he has to check the quality of the tea. Not only tea, the snacks or veggie. Maybe he will get a special cake from a remote place, which will be very tasty. So he will get more customer for only for that cake. So that is where the quality and inspection and testing plays role. Then, of course, ISO 9000 people will not have. That is a corporate design, and most of you think it is a quality of product. ISO 9000 is a quality of the system setup, not the product quality. This also I will explain you later. Then other departments, even most of the tea shops has to have a fire extinguisher. So it is there. Even now government is insisting every tea shop must have a fire extinguisher. So administration, that is he will have 4 or 5 employees, he has to settle every day their salary for their transportation and other things he has to take care. Then comes the logistic. Now he has got an order for bulk tea supply for a corporate. So he needs to arrange the transportation, packing and sending, forwarding. So it's all there in even a tea shop. Now hope you are getting clear. So imagine in a large scale all this department. Any engineering industry has so many departments of engineering students to get in and build their skill in that area. It's very easy. See, though if you think a TV fellow can do all these things, do you think you cannot do any one of this department? No, not at all. Of course, even BE graduates are getting into financial control, chartered accountant and company secretary kind of things. So they are doing higher studies on financial, MBA kind of things. All those things they are doing only to get into accounts exam. So any engineering student can reach greater heights in your career without any doubt. Only thing is you have to bring down your expectation level initially. I am very clear on that. Had I told 82 in 1982 that I won't go for 350 rupees salary, whereas every other friends of mine and all got into a 750 rupees base, 800 base, 550 and all. Why I should go for 350? It's an insult for me. It's degrading me. I never thought so. It was, I took it as an opportunity. And though I am a mechanical. I was put into marketing. I took it as a challenge. Okay, why I can speak, I can learn English. English, why? That is my boss. I got a very good leader for me, not boss. I'm very sorry to say boss. My leader, he was vice president. His name is S.K. Gupta, Shailendra Kumar Gupta. I deeply regret he is no more now. But still, he is living in my heart and he will live forever till I live in this world. He has shown so much of care for me and he guided me from basics, how to improve the skills he taught me. And not only teaching, he was training me. That is the role of a leadership. Anyone can blame others. You are not having proper communication. You are not having proper leadership. You don't have any other skills. Like that, anyone can find faults and keep blaming others. Most of the companies are doing that. With all that, if you have the motivation and interest and desire to pick up, definitely there is no doubt you can learn and do everything. And today it is online. Everything is online. Anything you search online, there is a video, YouTube or Wikipedia. Anywhere you can find your instruction and guidance for skills. So you put your effort and improve your skills. Communication. Communication also, it's very simple. See, if you know Tamil and English, it's very easy to build English. How I tell you? You buy newspaper or you go to a library, you will see Tamil newspaper and English newspaper. You take a particular news, let us say it's an incident happened in local. The same news will appear in the English paper also.
Sir,
Sir?
the slide is not moving, sir. Have you just changed the slide, sir?
Yeah, I will change.
Yeah.
So, there are various skills there: communication, self-confidence, perfection, time management, crisis management, creativity, work allotment, team spirit, and you have to keep updating your technology innovations. So, it's a basic communication is a basic skill. Sorry, yeah. You are not able to see the slides, sir.
Yes, sir. Now only changing, sir. It has moved to the 8th slide, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you able to see that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you are able to see the soft skills slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I was using Zoom only. It's the first time I'm
Okay.
using
Okay,
this.
sir.
I
Okay.
can Google. I'm finding it. Okay. Anyhow, now the skill building. Skill building is easiest thing one can do it. That is self-confidence. You can build yourself only by adding your knowledge and experience. There is no doubt in it. It's experience. What is experience? It is something like that. Anyone can learn driving a bicycle or how to swim or what is electricity, all those things from net. Today, YouTube is there, it is giving clear instruction. But still, you are not able to ride the bicycle. Why? Can you ride a bicycle without any coach or training? No. You need somebody to guide you. So that is called experience. So what are they doing? They are doing only correcting your fulcrum. See, You have to sit in the seat and your fulcrum has to go in between the two wheels while driving. That initially you will not be able to do it. It's a simple thing which can be explained, but how you will practice it, how you will understand. Only by practicing, for which somebody has to help you, and they have to balance the cycle. They are not balancing you, they are balancing the cycle in such a way that your fulcrum and the cycle fulcrum falls between the two wheels. That is how you are able to manage the driving. Same as swimming also. How your fulcrum has to float. So for that you have to do practice only. If somebody says you just fall in, jump in the water and keep kicking and clambering with fingers, with hands and all, no, you will go down only. But initially you need to balance your fulcrum above water. For that, either you use a tube or you need somebody to keep your fulcrum floating above water. They hold you under your belly and keep you floating. And you keep swinging your hands and legs. So that way, after a time, they will release the hand. They will see whether you are going down or not. No. Then they will push you up. They will leave. This is called experience. This experience differs from every knowledge or education you have gained. In the real field, the experience will be totally different. Even like electric shock. Unless you feel the shock, you will not know what will be the impact of electric shock. So that is what is called experience. I am not telling you to go and touch a wire. It's very dangerous. Don't do that. It's not necessary also. But unless by accident or something, if it happens to touch, you immediately remove your hand. Most of the people die just because of they are retaining their hand there or the body part. If you are walking on the ground, if you feel electric shock something, just jump one step backward. Remember, it is backward because till that step, your mind will remember that there was no shock at the backside of you. Same way, if you touch a wall and there is electric shock, don't keep the hand there, immediately remove it. You will be out of shock. Whether you are touching a wire, drop the wire and ensure that it is not falling on you or somebody else. So it's only by experience you will do all these things. So experience is something which you need in every age. And then hard work. There is a difference between hard work and efficient work. For this, I will tell you a story of this garbage collector. You will see Kupa Purgram Pasanga, road போயிட்டு Every day you will see number of guys collecting waste paper, plastic, and things like that. They will have a gunny bag at their shoulder, keep collecting and moving around. You will see the difference between 1, 2, and 3 like that. One fellow, very lazily, he will walk. He will collect one paper, put it in the bag. He's not bothered about what is happening around him or anything. He will just look for paper, load it, go. By the end of the day, he may be collecting one bag or two bags and he is happy with it. The next, if you see, the same guy, another fellow will be following him same day. That fellow will be running and collecting. He's working with some competitive mind. So I have to collect the papers before this fellow collects it. So he overtakes this guy and he picks more paper and more. But still the other guy keeps moving. He is not bothered about somebody is going ahead and he is collecting and all. Then comes the third one. That fellow will keep coming. Initially you will see he is very active, brisk, and he will be coming there. One day you will see he will not be there for 2-3 days. Then again he will appear. He will be erratic for you, but for him he is different. What he does, he collects this paper. This is his routine. And his special work, every day he observes and collects some data in your mind. That is, one day he will see where lot of corrugated boxes and things are there. So he note the place and locate the place. from where this is coming. He will store that data in his mind. Then he will come on that day to that location and collect bulk of targeted sheets. It's a bulk sale. Then next day he will see maybe a hotel or somewhere where they will put aluminum foils and things like that. He will go to that location on that particular day and he will collect that. So this is his special volume business, high volume business. So every day he give importance for those things and he keeps collecting data and he will keep mining the business. And after a period, this fellow may not be coming, he will be watching because he will be sitting in the shop, waste paper shop, and he will be doing only the major business and he will have 2-3 people recruited by him to collect these kind of papers. So see the growth in even that business. Why I am taking this? This is the lowest level of business one is growing. That fellow doesn't have an ego, but we cannot go to that level. We are not for that. Okay, it's only a lesson I'm learning and I'm telling you. It's only sharing how you can grow in your business, your objective, your career. So you have to be dynamic and you need more data in your brain and you can do a lot of it. Same way, what is marketing and what is sales? Marketing and sales are totally different. Everybody thinks marketing is same, sales is same. Sale is selling something. Let us say a glass bottle, tumbler. If you go to a showroom, you will only see the salesperson because they sell only in that section, glass bottles, glass and this. If a customer comes, they will tell them this is the bottle. Or they take the bottle to door canvassing, they sell the bottle and come back. It has got a value, it has got a quality, they keep repeating as a parrot and doing that. That is sales. And marketing is something different. This fellow will go, see, he is handling everything. Even let us take a thermoplast bottle, zipper, or flower vase, or even a soap company. This fellow will do a different marketing. That is, he will go to a 5-star plus hotel. Then he will say, I will get you your last flower vase with your logo and I will get you a good quality design as per your design. And take a better order for the same glass with the logo, he will charge 5 times the price. And that 5-star person also will be attracted by the creativity and the difference in the product. So they will pay more money for the product and they will buy the product. That is marketing. Even there is another story. One fellow was asking for a horse with a horn. Is it possible? Most of us will say no. But if you have the knowledge, external knowledge of medical field, then you will say, yes, why not? When human body can put in bolt and nuts and plate in the body, why not a horse cannot put plate and nut on the head and put 2 horns? He will say, yes, sir, I will get you a horse with horn, but the price is, this is 2 lakhs, that is 20 lakhs. Can you afford it, sir? And life also will be less. To safeguard him, he will put a condition. That person who is really in need of a horse, he thinks that is his status and prestige and privilege. He will definitely say, no problem, you give me a car. Because today people are selling car for 1 crore also. And there are cars for 5 lakhs also. So how it is possible? It's only teaching the client what he wants and make him buy that. His innovative, creative ideas of yours. For that, you need extra knowledge. So that is the difference between sales and marketing. Then comes purchase. Purchase is also an area where you can do a lot of things because engineering plays a major role in purchase. Purchase, let us say a bolt. If you go for purchasing in the market, the same bolt will be for 5 rupees. And if you go to a manufacturing unit, you locate a manufacturer and go to him and tell him that I want a bolt of 1,000 numbers. He will give you at a lesser price. So you need your engineering to get into the product, and then you can do a better purchase engineer than a normal purchase person who comes out of graduation, arts and science. Because a lot of people are occupying those areas. So many engineering graduates can get into those areas, purchase. Because your value will be totally different when you get into purchase. Same way, you can develop a product also. If you go to purchase, you can develop a bolt from different material also. You can do some analysis. You know what is metallurgy, what is heat engineering, what is plating. You know all these things. So you will give a different new innovative economic idea. So instead of going for this material, we'll go for a better material. We can heat treat it, we can plate it, we can save 5 rupees each bolt. Total the weight is 100 bolts. 100 into 5, 500 rupees you can save in the cost. So this is how you can make your product very competitive. Because marketing is going to compete with the others, fish market competition. So if you give a better price to the marketing, they will do a better business and your company will grow fast. And ultimately, you will also grow. If your company grows, you will get more people under you, you move ahead, and company also grow, you also grow. You will have a very good career growth. Same way, production also. Once you know the technology and other things, awareness, knowledge, data, you can instruct your people why you are using a screwdriver to do this screwing. You buy a drilling machine kind of thing. There is a new machine that has come out in the market. Use this one. We will buy this. It is only some few thousand rupees. Every day they can bolt hundreds of bolts, thousands of bolts in one day. So you make people efficient. That is converting a layman to an efficient person. If you use human energy, you can put only 100 volts maximum. At the same time, you give the same human with machine, it's a mechanical advantage. That is called efficiency. You give that mechanical advantage to that manpower, he will be able to produce more and output will be increasing dramatically. Then planning also, knowing that you are from an engineering field, you know you can go to individual suppliers and study them and give them suggestion. See, if you buy a large item for 10,000 rupees because it needs 6 months to produce, you give suggestion that you don't need 6 months. I will give you a new idea. That's this is the method. You go for a CNC machine. You can supply in 1 month. So the money you are going to invest 10,000 rupees, 100 pieces, it's 1 lakh. This 1 lakh is going to sleep for 1 month or 2 months there. And the interest behind that, the cost behind that keeps on adding every day. It's like an automator, keeps on running every day. Though it is idle, the interest or the money which you invested, it keeps adding. So you can do lots of cost cutting ideas and you do a perfect planning. Why you want this 6 months before? We will order today and you will get in the end of this month. So we need only 1 month. So don't start for 6 months. Like this, some items you can purchase in bulk, you will get half the price of the item. So if you buy in bulk, you can keep it in stock. In small items, every time you will not get purchase. Where all it gets cost saving is on purchase order preparation, payment, follow-up. All these things are eliminated where individual man cost is involved. So this individual man cost saving itself is a hidden cost saving, which you can think and save the value as an engineer. And inventory control, that is planning, stores, inventory. It's all combined together. You know the stock, you know the inventory, you can plan and save a lot of money for these sections. Then projects, that is planning. You need planning and other things. It's same thing, all these requirements. Then accounts also. It's a bit difficult, but still, if you do some additional qualification, you can get into accounts. How comes the quality control? Quality is also an engineering role where it's you learn a lot of new things there. You get an opportunity to see new inspection equipments, new testing facilities, new ideas. Because if you go to a manufacturer, he will have thousands of ideas on how to improve the quality and what are the latest technology, like what is the plating, cadmium plating, or the galvanizing, or the carbonizing. He will teach you, and you can learn, and you can apply for the improvement of your product. And maybe cost conscious also he will guide you. That is how inspection and testing also, its graduate engineers can do wonders. And I guess it's also an interesting area also. Let us say a product which I was handling initially, it was a mechanical electronics combined product. It was a valve actuator. You would have seen industrial valves, boiler plant valves, and dampers and ducts and all. Maybe you would have studied. I think so. See, it's only even dams and all you would have seen. Shutters, big shutters. It's used to open and close that kind of valves. It is used in boiler plant. Even small valve can be opened and closed. So I got a different opportunity being a marketing executive. I could get into any of the industries like steel plant or oil field or the processing field, production industry, even instrumentation. I got a wide opportunity to learn. Though I was not an electronics or electrical student, I learned from each unit which I visited. If I go to an instrumentation plant, I will learn from the technical person what is instrumentation, how it works, what is it. Because we all understand it's a mechanical engineer, we are all engineers. So you can understand very easily. So you will get the skill of the area where you are visiting also. Cement plant. Oh, what is pulverizer? What is pulverizing? What is cooling tower? So different technology and different fields are there. The whole world is rich with opportunities. So you can also learn. So far, I have learned only a handful of information. I am very fire. I run with fire to learn anything. Now I am in the solar also. Here also I am learning a lot of things. What is the inverter? What is a control panel? What is power? What is electricity? How power is injected into the grid? How power is used by the consumer? Everywhere you can learn. See, there is no end for learning. Till your last breath, you can learn. And we are all engineers. So we have good knowledge of basics. If you listen to others, you they'll tell you, you will understand better than anybody else and you can improve upon it. That's the advantage of you. They may be giving you their layman language. Sir, cement, mix you will understand and what is how this is how it is working. You will see a conveyor, then you will give a different idea. Why you have this kind of conveyor? Why can't you go for a bucket conveyor? Why can't you go for a industrial conveyor? Something you can give a better idea. So it is very easy for engineering. You have learned 4 years. So much of knowledge is inside you. Nobody is forgetting anything. I'm telling you. Don't think you have forgotten whatever you learned. It's all inside your brain. Can I tell you one thing? You read a paper, but let us say about 5 years back, and today you are getting a piece of paper of that. If you read 2-3 lines, you will remember that I have read this somewhere else before. Or let us say a story. During your childhood, you will have read a story. Just you read now, you don't even require 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Your brain will refresh and tell you have read this story some time ago and you don't even continue reading, your brain will tell you the full story. So brain is a largest thing which one cannot replicate and challenging even the IT people that it's very difficult to replicate the brain. Maybe they are doing research, but every individual's experience and knowledge is different. You are riding a vehicle. After reaching home, somebody will say, I saw you on the road. You will say, no, I have not seen you. He will tell you, no, I was in that location, I was going with a red shirt, check shirt. You remember? Crossing. I remember. Yes, yes, I saw the red check, but I have not seen the face. I was just driving. So, in a fraction of a second, what is gone in your mind, brain, everything, it's been stored there for some time. It's like a computer, read only memory. So it reads and stores in your mind. If somebody refreshes within the evaporation time, you will recall it and your brain says, yes, correct. I was concentrating on road, so I did not remember. Same thing will happen. If somebody tells you on technology, engineering, you will refresh your brain or you just refresh the books or net, you will understand faster than anybody else. So don't underestimate the 4 years. It has loaded you with so much of knowledge. And now to add more knowledge, I have a small suggestion for you. Wherever an industrial exhibition, let it be a civil, mechanical, electrical, or instrumentation or anything, just go there, visit the stall, just see what is there. First time, you may be blank, you will be interested only in mechanical. The second time, you will see something interesting. Maybe if you go for a civil, you will see some furniture. You will give attention to that. Then maybe some interior or fall ceiling. There is a new technology in partitioning, wall for partition. You will notice and gather information. I'm sure you'll do that. Because your brain won't be idle. It needs some food. So if you activate your brain to be active, learning is the simplest thing one can do throughout their career. So like this, all these departments, I told you this story actually, hard work. So efficient is only data gathering, organized and timely action. Some of the skills, self-confidence. The more the knowledge you gain, your self-confidence will be more. The lower the knowledge, your self-confidence will be less. Of course, personality adds self-confidence. As you are all from Joseph X, I know your dressing code and things like that. So definitely your personality, self-confidence will be high. At the same time, mental self-confidence needs to be improved, which only adding knowledge, experience, and see, increasing the knowledge is another shortcut is there. It's only sharing of knowledge. If you two friends meet, that's why I suggest you go for an exhibition, industrial exhibition or something. Go friends. So one fellow will be asking a question, what is this? Why it is working this way? Then you will understand. Another man will be asking, why you don't you put a motor here? That manufacturer will give you a reason, justification. If you put a motor, this is not good for this field. So something, your knowledge will get more data and your analytical ability keeps on improving. Later, you will be a great personality. So self-confidence adds only by way of adding knowledge. You read newspaper, you read cricket. How communication improves, that is also I am telling you, reading newspaper. See, today you read cricket, someone will be talking about cricket. So they will talk about, sixer, he was in that fellow was out just like that one ball, one duck out. All these things they will be discussing. You will be sitting dumb and watching. You read that, you will get into the conversation and you also make some comments. You will not sit and waste your time in front of a TV to do this. You can add your knowledge from newspaper, whether it's sports or politics or government decisions or anything. You read. Reading is the best way to improve your self-confidence because you add more knowledge. And there are hundreds of books available in the market. Why not? Why you go for market? Very expensive and all. You simply go to the platform. They will have all these books second hand. You will get it for 10 rupees or 50 rupees, something like that. You buy those books. Just, you don't even read the full book, I'm telling you. Just go a glance on the headlines. Then get into the pages. Just glance through, leave the book there. Your mind will have some data in your mind, and that will keep working silently inside. Based on the data it goes in, it analyzes and puts in the different slots. And when it comes, it will throw out for the specific. That is how the self-confidence grows. Perfection. Don't do any work for the sake of doing. Don't work for money. Wherever you go, you work for your satisfaction. Unless you are satisfied the kind of work you do, let it be a letter writing. First, align it properly. See the lettering is proper. Alphabets are properly placed. All those things. You are satisfied. Then you move to the next level. They will guide you also. Okay, this fellow has put some effort in preparing this draft. Instead of putting left and right, zigzag, no correlation, no chronological order. If you write something and take it, they get upset. They keep shouting on you. One thing is sure, you may not get a good leader like what I got in my career early days. I too got a leader who was always finding fault at me. One day he took me to the boss, said, "Sir, he is doing only mistakes." I challenged the boss because 2 years I was there, so I had the confidence that I can do better than him because I improved. I took whatever blame he put on me. I ensured that it is not repeated the next time. If he says technical weakness, I will go to the technical department, learn what is it, how it is working, what is the motor, what is its starting curve, what is its curve, how the curve is studied. It's like ECG, something. You may not know what how the ECG is being read by a doctor. But if you learn that from a doctor, you know, okay, if it is up, okay, if it is down, there's a problem. If it is, it's not in a sharp profile, it's something wrong. So all these things you will learn. Unless you ask, you don't learn. So you also take the ECG and go, you will not know how doctor found. Same way, then the motor curve, I learned something I am not clear, I immediately go and get it clarified with the department. Because in an industry, you have all these departments there, they have the expertise. You don't even waste your time in going to Wikipedia or YouTube or anything. Just go to the head of the department again. Sir, I want to know what is what. You please explain me. I'll put someone to say, teach me, sir. Because I'm facing the clients, I'm facing the vendor. He's just dodging me. So definitely he is also interested in the company. So he will see it, okay, if somebody is dodging my man, I don't allow it. I will teach you, come. I will come with you. He may accompany you to the vendor. He will explain you. So all these things possible. Learning, it's an art. You should know how to learn. Piche Puginum Katkai Nandim Sumanavia. Many of you know or not. Even by begging, you must learn. It's in those days, I don't see there was any begging or. But how is she said that? Because those days, education, there was a guru dakshina. Somebody has to pay dakshina, then only the teacher will teach. So you somehow you collect the money and pay the teacher and learn. Learning is life. So this is being told by world over everyone. Education and knowledge is the power. So learn. That is, then you will get perfection into that. Whether it's a drawing or anything, you can do. You can do drawing. Don't think that you cannot draw a picture. I myself have drawn. I have never gone to a teacher or drawing master or anyone. It's all my interest. If you have the interest, first you may be having a face of totally different. Next time you'll have the eye alone maybe same, or maybe the nose same. So keep improving, then later you will learn it. Or you can, now it is very easy, you can do it from YouTube, how to draw a perfect drawing. Then time management. Time management, that is an important goal. Today you will be given umpteen number of tasks by a manager. He will say, tomorrow I want all these papers tomorrow. So you must segregate it first. Okay, this work I can do, this work I can do, this accounts has to do, this quality has to do, this, but this inspection needs time. So first assignment you go and give the inspection department. Sir, I want this by evening. Then next priority, which takes longer time, you give it next. Then the next. Then you start your role. So this way, if you work time management, you will be able to complete the assignment before the end of the day. Then crisis management. Life is only there for us to manage our crisis. Life is full of crisis. Everything is crisis, if you see. But if you take it as a sportive thing, that is where you enjoy the life. Education. Can you imagine of going for a BE graduation at the age of childhood? No, never. We all don't want to go to second standard itself because psychology. But at the same time, if we are all taught by motivation, you would have eagerly waiting for the next standard. I want to go to next standard. I want to learn more. I want to learn more. I want to. That is how a parent has to play a role and keep moving on. Unless a parent play a major role in the childhood, this crisis management, you will not change. But now you can take it in your hand. Don't take it as a tension or pressure or first take the crisis. What is the problem? Dismantle into pieces. Then analyze where is the problem. Then you will find yourself a solution. That is all. Today we are working for salary. If the salary is not there, there is a crisis. Why you go for a job? You want to manage yourself. So you want money. You don't want to go to your parent because they are shouting every time I cannot give you money. So depend on yourself. So you go for a job, you get your money, you earn. You, if you decide that I want to grow in my career and make good money, then all crisis will be an opportunity for you. Every industry, you will learn a lot of things by getting into the others' crisis also and understand how the crisis is sorted out. If you understand different crises being sorted out by different methods, maybe same crisis, different people will give different ideas. So different ideas will get, and your database will have 5 ideas. That's what I said. Sharing of knowledge is the only thing mathematics fails. By sharing anything you have, if you share it, you will have only half of it, right? But knowledge alone, if two people are there, I have an idea and you have an idea. If we both share the same idea each other, we both will have 2 ideas. You bring one more person, you share your idea with him also, you will get 3 ideas. If the other person is not shared, he will have only 2, but you shared to 3 people, you got 3 ideas. So knowledge is something like that. You share what you know, and you will be getting better return out of that sharing. So knowledge will help you to solve many crises. Creativity, ultimately creativity. It requires some more external knowledges on different things. That's where I'm saying you go for an exhibition. You will get different ideas. Actually, I have a picture here. See, here, are you able to see this? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you see, it's a two-wheeler, Pulsar, I think. Somebody has designed this for adding his creativity. He has seen a two-wheeler fish body vehicle, and he knows what is a two-wheeler and its power. Being an engineer, he could think creatively and develop a new vehicle for a syntax tank seller. So now this man has got a vehicle and he can load the two-wheeler with the syntax tank, and he can deliver anywhere he wants, even up to 50 kilometers or 100 kilometers he can go, instead of a tricycle. So here efficiency improves. Within a short span he can deliver, and more number of trips he can go without any strain for the manpower. Because the costliest thing on earth is human value. So whatever saving you add in the human value, that will add value to the cost of add savings to the cost of the product. So human value, for example, see why Indian made products are economical. I'm sure it will be economical than Chinese products. Because China, I have been to China and I have seen how the labors are paid, and the salary is in Chinese yuan. That value is minimum 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees compared to our salary. Even for a lowest cadre worker. So if 1 man month is spent for a car manufacturing, 2 lakhs added to the value of the car. All other mechanical and all those things cost difference will be very negligible. Difference compared to China and India. If we manufacture some items, we can be competitive than China. And some we may be expensive because we may be having imported components in those items because of the duty and other prices. So that is what is playing a major role is labor. So large vehicles and things are being imported from China for 50 lakhs or some other US vehicle for 100 lakhs. It can be manufactured in India if you all become an entrepreneur. I'm not advising you to go for an entrepreneur immediately after your completion. I am successful only because I spent 12 years in a corporate company where I learned sky is the limit. It's so much of opportunity. The only reason I resigned was my growth was career growth. Money wise, I will get money. My management told me they are not ready to leave me also, but they told me money wise we take care, but it's a UK company or a policy. This policy is UK policy, so we cannot intervene in that. So I decided. So when there is no career growth, I am not interested. I am not only greedy for money. I want some status also. Everybody, you be greedy for your status, not for money. Money will come automatically once you load all these qualities, skills, knowledge, everything into you. I'm sure within 6 months to 1 year, you will see a difference within you. Because I got this only at the age of 25. Because I had a boss in between. He was only finding fault with me, not guiding me. So he was a boss. Any boss, he will only find fault. He will not have a solution. He will not guide you. He will keep blaming and asking you for output. Whereas a leader, he will find a solution. If you are struggling, he will tell you, he will ask you 100 questions. Why you can't do this? Why you can't do this? And finally, he will give you the solution also. Okay, think this way. So many ways I have taught you now. I have told you 5 different ways of thinking. Now, this is the best way of taking decision. So that is how a leader was for me. So whether you get such leader or not, I am giving you this guidance. I am sharing my experience with you, and I'm sure you all can come to my level much before. Then work a lot. This also, as I told you, crisis management. If you are given a time management, crisis management will decide you how a work is to be allotted. Then teams. You must see that finding fault or blaming somebody is not your role. How to get a solution? See, in a football game, that's why I said every game has got its own value of skill building. See, if you play football, you have to coordinate with 7 players. All the players, you must know what is his capacity, what is his strength, whether he will run fast or he will carry the ball fast, or he will be able to shoot into the goal. If the ball is in your hand, You have to decide within a fraction of second which is the best solution. So this way you keep passing the ball, but you don't keep the ball within you. Only I should put the whole goal. I should win the game. I should play individually. That mindset will be removed from you. Your brain will be trained to play this way, and you keep passing the ball to the right person. And that is what is team spirit. That gets inculcated into your brain. Every game has got its own skill set. Like chess, you may have to plan 2, 3 moves before, sometimes 10 moves before. It's all you want to achieve a goal. You have to plan and move here, there, and different locations and play different goals and see that the goal is achieved. Like that, every game, even kabaddi, you should know when to escape, where to escape, when to get trapped, when to bring in more, how to bring more players into the field. So it's all your brain is being practiced. What I told, experience. So here your brain is getting that experience, like bicycling, like swimming. So your brain gets exercise and trained. So that's how a team spirit gets built. Then you must know the latest technology innovations if you want to be a leader. If you want to be a leader, you must have the latest innovations and technology developments in your field at least, leave alone other areas which I am telling you at this age you concentrate in all the areas. But ensure that whichever area you are in at that time, you have the latest technology innovation and keep adding your knowledge. So I told you improve how to improve the knowledge, visiting industrial fairs and exhibitions, knowing latest developments and net sharing multiplies. Sharing knowledge sharing multiplies. Improve your experience how I told you. Improve your communication, I told you. Read English newspaper and Tamil newspaper. Or you read English regularly, your English communication will be. If there is a news on a address press meet or something, you read that. You will know how somebody is conveying message to others. What is the language? What is the tense? Which tense he is speaking? Why he is going to the present tense? Why he is going to the past tense? So you all know what is present tense, past tense, and future tense and things like that in English. So your brain will analyze and teach you. Then set yourself organized. Anything, it's a 543 number I have mentioned. This 5 is think, Think. Think. 4 is PLAN, plan. 3 is ACT, act. For any hard work or difficult task assigned to you, first you spend 80% time for thinking. What are the problems, how we can solve, how I can achieve this, what are the requirements, what are the inputs required, what is the output required. Think for long time. 80% of the time you have think. Then you plan. Now you know what all required input, what all to be arranged and all. Once all those things are there, how it is to be planned. Okay, X can do something, Y can do this thing, Z can do this. Then act. You all join together, you assemble together, the work gets finished. And power of brain, I told you, your brain absorb millions and millions of data into your brain. And once you refresh it, it goes into your hard disk. Other thing evaporates after certain time. So that is read-only memory. This is read and write memory. Take active participation in all games and sports from now. Purpose I told you. So at least from now you play games. Your brain gets tuned. Also, I told you what is leadership, what is boss. Don't be a boss. A lot of HRs will be boss only. Wherever you are being recruited, they will be acting as boss only. Don't mind, don't react. It's an opportunity for you to learn. You need somebody to find fault at you. Then only you learn. See, the teacher was finding fault at you. Why? Are you going to pay something to the teacher, professor? No. It's I mean, affection which is making him to correct you in your career and guide you in your career path. Nobody else, your neighbor will never shout at you because he is worried about his kids. He wants only his kids to come up in life. He will always maybe compare and create ego among you and others. But a teacher never creates that. He wants you to come up in life, and after 5 or 10 years, actually, in fact, we all met our teachers after 35 years, all old principal, teacher, and all. We were all crying, in fact, because our principal used to play with the table tennis and all. He was so close with students. Anyone can go into his room. He is so open that any doubt or anything, he will clarify, or any crisis, even students find difficult to pay the fees. Go to the principal, then if he gives some idea or he will wait for some time, he give you some time, maybe up to his limit, he has got some limit. He cannot go beyond that. And here in our place, maybe around 200, 300 students those days. Now it's thousands. So, to the maximum possibility, he will ensure that you complete the course and you come out colorfully in your career. That is the objective of teachers. So, don't be a boss, be a leader. Whoever is working with you, you guide them. For that, you have to be smart and you have to be intelligent. Another small story. In Tamil Nadu, people are more intelligent because we all listen grandmother, grandfather telling us stories which activate our brains. That is, God will give some varam to somebody, and that fellow will kill everyone. Finally, God himself will find difficult how to kill him. He should not be killed with weapon. He should not be killed with fire. He cannot be killed with air. He cannot be dipped in the water. So God has given the wish that he cannot be killed by a human being with any kind of. Finally, God himself was upset on his behavior and attitude. He has to find a new way. He became an animal, half human body. He used his nails and he took another this from him, that is, I should not be killed in the sunlight or sunset. So he decided to kill him in between. So these questions were put to us when we were child, and we were asking our grandfather, he would have used knife. No, 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 he got that also. He would have used fire. No, 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 he got that from God also. Like that, all assumptions, still what all our brain could express that way. Finally, grandmother will tell us, no, he had an animal head, he had his fingers in animal's nails. With that, he neither put him on the ground nor in the air. He put him on his lap and killed him. Such stories activated our brains. Tenali Raman Kadai. Read, even today I'm telling you, you read Tenali Raman Kadai. What is that? Akbar. Birbal, Birbal story. So many things. You learn all the stories. Just read it. You'll get some idea how to think differently when there is a problem. So we were only given stories with the different ideas, and we were asked for a solution, and the result was a solution. I will ask you one question that I read a story of Paramatma Guru and Cedars students, all stupid students, stupid teachers. So all these people were together, and the students wants to buy a needle because his teacher's dress was torn. They want to buy a needle and thread to stitch that, to give respect to their teacher. All these fellows somehow collected some money and they were going to the shop. On the way, everyone wants, all the students wants to share the carrying of the money in their hand. I will only bring money. I will only bring the money. I will only bring, because I have to serve the teacher. I have to be sincere to the teacher because he is teaching me. I have to be grateful to the teacher. So they were all fighting, and finally once reached. Still they could not say who carried the money longer distance. They had a quarrel. Then what will be the solution? You have any solution? No. None of us should have got a solution that time, because neither we had a tape, we have a measurement of it. whatever it is, time measurement, nothing will happen. So they decided, they bought a big wood which all the four can shoulder and lift and put the pin on the center. And they all carried the wood. So a small problem has been enlarged to a bigger level, and the problem, that was the solution. Because we all think for a smaller solution only, other side only. But if you look from other side, this is the best solution. Though we all say it's a mode of it. Fools. But it was a unique solution. You think that way, how grateful they are, how intelligent they are. So any problem, if it is a small problem, you make it big and see. If it is a big problem, bring it small and analyze. Definitely there is a solution. So hope I have given you a good introduction. I thank all of you for listening to me patiently. Are you able to hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. Thank you so much.
Shall I conclude, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Another thing, employment, job opportunity, I have 2 minutes or 5 minutes I'll take.
Okay.
I'll give you the advantages and disadvantages.
Sure, sir.
So employment advantages, you have to work only for 8 to 9 hours. No chance of financial loss. Enjoy holidays with family. No freedom for taking any bold decision. Need to be a master in one field. Wherever you are working, only you have to be an expert in that field. Disadvantages, no freedom. Listen to the boss or leader. Performance monitored. Accept all post-ops as it is. You cannot change them. You will be forced to follow instructions. Those with last thing I am telling you. If any one of you have some arrears, please clear all the arrears because it's difficult to enter in the big corporate field. But even with arrears also, people are accepting candidates with skills and other things. So it's only a request from me. Give some importance for clearing the arrears. You will reach greater heights. Like I had an interruption in my career growth in the early stages because of my qualification. I could overcome the same thing with my experience. But in my qualification, I had good score, distinction. So that's why I could enter into that company. I could get good exposure and experience. Opportunity was plenty for me to learn. Don't keep jumping from one employer to another. You be there for minimum 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. As much as you can learn from there. If you have scope for learning for another 6 months, stay back. No harm in losing that time. Stay back, learn there, then look for a better prospect. Wherever you go, I am sure you will get a job. You will be given a senior position also with the experience and knowledge you gain in that industry. So employment has got a major thing for learning and gaining knowledge and experience. And entrepreneurship, my advice is don't get into entrepreneurship immediately after your graduation. It's my simple and humble request because I have seen all the hurdles. Only through my experience and knowledge and intelligence, I could move up without facing any loss in the business. So, because if you get into any business without the field knowledge or the field industry field exposure, anything will happen. It may not be your failure. Maybe the surroundings, whatever is happening, will affect you. Now, see the pandemic. Had you started an industry last year, you would not have survived, I'm sure. Even the corporates are struggling to come out. They don't have business. Unless they have business, they know they can give you business. All shops are closed. Even the tea shop was closed because his sales came to minimum, even for his daily income and the rent what he pays, all these hidden costs, electricity, rent, air conditioning, furniture, all these he cannot recover. Unless he sells 10,000 rupees, he cannot recover. So he has to wind up the business. So something like this, natural disaster or pandemic can hamper your growth. So that is why I'm saying, you gain knowledge in all these departments. Then you analyze what you are going to get in. In that, if this all fields you have strength, at least 80%. Other thing you can hire always, but it's money only again. If you hire somebody, you have to pay extra money. So minimum within you, if you have like a tea wala, if you start an industry with your own intelligence, your own hard work, effort, 24 hours working, you save more money. At least you can manage your family. Starting any business and managing a family is very easy. It's not difficult. But gain some advance, gain some experience, then get into the field. Here, you have to work 24/7, 360 degrees. Don't think that if you start your business, you can sleep. So, same way, capacity to handle all departments, managing good customer relationship, all these things you can learn in the employment area, vendor relationship, legal, etc. All in all, you can learn in employment. Even though you are in a purchase department, from your colleagues in other departments, you can understand the basics and you can learn. Advantages. If everything goes fine and come out colorfully, you can enjoy a luxury life forever, like what I am enjoying now. In short, you have to be a leader. So again, I'm telling you, please put all your efforts and come out of these areas at the earliest. Your life is sky is the limit. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I
So
request,
hope
thank you, sir. Now I request Ganesh sir to give the vote of thanks.
not only that, if somebody has got any questions or anything, I can
Yes, sir. Yes.
clarify, or you can send them mail also.
Sure, sir. Sure,
To
sir.
my,
Sure. Students,
you
if you
can
have
ask.
any clarifications to be asked, you can just ask.
Yes. Yeah,
Or else you
please.
could just kindly send me the through text so that I will share with the sir through mail.
Or else you can open up and speak, students. If you have any doubt, you can ask now. Hope there is no questions from the participant side. Good evening, sir. First and foremost, expression of gratitude to the Almighty for showering His abundant blessings to turn this program a successful one. I express my sincere gratitude to the chairman of St. Joseph Group of Institutions, Dr. B. Bhanumaharan, sir, Managing Director, Mrs. S. Jessipriya, Madam, Director, Mr. B. Sashekhar, sir, and the principal of our college, Dr. Vadishesik Rao, sir, and Dean, Dr. B. Parvadani, ma'am, and heads of the Department of Mechanical Engineering for their consistent encouragement. I express my heartful gratitude to the distinguished speaker on board, Mr. Veeraputran, for gracing the event with his insights and fruitful thoughts. The information shared was really inspiring and motivating for the students. Hope the students would have been motivated by your words, sir. Thank
Thank
you, sir,
you.
for sharing your experience and informing about the various opportunities that are available for a mechanical engineering student. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. I also thank the students for marking their presence. Thank you.
My mail ID I will share with you, sir.
Sure,
And
sure, sir.
WhatsApp also I will share with you.
Sure, sir.
Maybe if you form a group, if anyone posts a query or something in that, I will reply to them also.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
All the best, my dear students. You all have a very good, bright future in the career and reach greater heights. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
I thank St. Joseph's management and staffs.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.